Terry, this is your voiceover video, part 2 of your February 16, 2025 lesson. The one on the left is your swing before we started working on anything like before the lesson, and the one is after we've talked and went through some horsing around and all. Let's look at the one on the left here just for a minute. Let's just play this thing through, the loop through here. Okay, so you've got the part 1 video explains kind of things that are going on here, and what we did was pointed out to like how you drug the club head back inside, then you had to fight it off being too steep, and you got your hands about in here, and to me it just looks like it's cramped in here in your left bicep to your pec, and it's exactly your pain center. So it just looks like it's crimped in there a bit. The good news is, once you get here, it's all on plane. Now watch how the shaft stays on plane, and you come through here, and you get to a pretty good spot here. Okay, and that's because it's all on plane and good depth, which means the butt of the club is actually outside your heels, which is really good. And when you come down, you know, at this point, the club head, the shaft should be on your forearm, right? Like, kind of in here. Oops, that won't do it. So it's a little high, but probably can get by with it. And then there is really good. And the things we pointed out, I just, when I looked at it again, I noticed, watch, this ball goes directly left. Okay, that's because the club face now, and it's going left, and it's an inside path. If it's going left, you think it's the club head is outside the ball and cutting across, but no, it's coming from the inside. See how the club head's coming from the inside, but as it gets there, see you're turning down the club. You're twisting your hands, twisting the handle in your hands, and you're hitting it about in the middle, but the club face is totally shut. So this is the one place it's a severe clamp down hook position, and that means the ball is going to start in that direction. It's club face override, but it has to be severely turned. See how it just goes dead left. So that's what you're fighting. So sometimes you're coming through and it's slightly closing, and other times it's this where it's going left and more left. So we want to feel like when we get in here, the back. Okay, so the back of the left hand, the emblem of your glove should be facing the target, and your palm of your right hand should be facing the target. Now watch your palm. So your palm is kind of facing out this way, and then watch it turn. Goes, see the turns? So once it hits the ball, then there's kind of stops and all, but watch this thing come through here. You can see the Y of your grip, and then watch, it'll just disappear. See, turns it away. See this? Yeah. Okay, so right at the end, close to contact, you have a tendency to close it down. But anyway, back to the swing. So what we want to do is get you in a better position at the top. Basically, our hands higher. Okay, and once we start working on it, you get the club up there, and because you're working on getting your hands high, there was actually a pause, and so here's the after. This is after some drilling and fiddling around. We ended up with this swing. See how much higher your hands are. See how that hole is over your deltoid. This is as good as some, but you can get the idea. And whereas this diamond is like over your bicep. Okay, and see how that arm is starting to stretch under your chin and off your pec. This is right on your pec. Okay, so this is a much better position. And when we got you there, you just come down and rip from here on. It would come down flying. Bam. Way better swing with your hands up higher, and that's because you're free. Now watch it, you're following through, as opposed to this, you kind of get a little awkward in here. See that right there? You can't, yeah. So this is a better swing. Now, when we first made some changes, like what we want to do is, let's get both of these. Let me put this on pause. The one on the left is the before we started. See how it's way back inside. We worked pretty hard, and the first time we got the club head kind of overlapping where your hands. See where Woods is. At this point, that red circle is the club head. See how it overlaps his hands. Now the camera angle on this one is a little high, so trust me, that shaft is parallel to the ground. Okay, so, and then when we did that, the first takeaway was you threw your hands way outside. See, the butt of the club started at this crossing, and you had the butt of the club like out here. So we worked hard, and then when we got it in here, then we kind of didn't get the good takeaway. But anyway, so that's where it should be, and you'll get a picture of where it should be. And then the next checkpoint is when we go to the top. Oh, now I got it. Okay, so the next checkpoint is the shaft. When the hands are waist high, the shaft should be on the right forearm. It's close in both of those pictures. We'd rather have it like Woods's, is where the shaft is parallel to the ground. See how the club head is overlapping your hands or slightly behind, which is excellent. This is close to good. Whereas Woods is, you can see his hands, it's the orange circle for Woods, slightly behind his hands. Video will show Woods' swing as he takes it back. See how his hand, the club head overlaps his hands, and see how high, even the camera angle is high, which means the hands would appear low. So if it's down where his hands are above his head, okay. Now, when he comes down, he's got plenty of room, and gravity will give him this boost going straight down, and he'll get to this point where it's on his forearm. I'll give you a picture. And then he gets you to this point, give you a picture, and then on through. See how now he just turns through. See the club face there is square to the target, right? He doesn't start getting the toe up until in here, way past the ball.